Welcome to Chatter, no frills tech briefings with the top 5 stories of the day. Today we talk about the AI workforce, Google's light chips, vertical software, how AI writes songs, and Siri and Apple. As always, you can follow us in the app or on our website, chatter.io. So without further ado, let's get into it. The AI workforce of the future. McKinsey finds that only 16% of global employees invest in adaptability training. The rise of AI and automation means people have to adapt quicker than they previously had before. Some of the functionalities that were reliable or good a couple of months ago are now already outdated with the rise of reasoning models, for instance. And given that AI allows you to iterate just much faster, you can create software much faster. So for me, professionals in the AI workforce of the future, they're not just resilient in terms of trying to push through problems like they always had to. It's also important to embrace strategic quitting, pivoting. Once you lean in with the customer and you stay close what the problem is, what our solution could look like, iterating faster, and going through these feedback cycles really quick means being adaptive, and I think that is hypercritical for the future. Next up, Google's light chips is the latest AI hardware play. Google is designing custom AI chips to cut inference costs and optimize multimodal AI. By developing their own AI chips, they want to reduce costs and make their models more efficient. And this approach for Google is really unique because they're trying to do every single component of the AI technology stack. They want to build their chips, their data centers, and their software for one integrated stack. The benefit here is it would make them independent of other vendors, such as NVIDIA. However, if they're not state-of-the-art in every single component, there's likely another competitor like Microsoft or Amazon who can offer more competitive data center or cloud services. Eventually, AI is not just about beating benchmarks, it's really about building sustainable value for customers. And for things like light chips, that's just too early to see. Moving on. Winning in software means being vertical. Estimates suggest as little as 25% of vertical software has migrated to the cloud, a requisite to embrace AI. Vertical AI, so basically leveraging domain-specific data to tailor software to specific industries, would offer automation beyond cloud-based tools or simple features. So think about your regular mom and pop store that uses some sort of software for store management that is really clunky, has very limited features. It's really hard to push AI into those verticals. In a previous software, you would just collect what items a store still has on their shelves, and then an employee would do analysis on top of that to say what things to order, what things to promote, etc. But if the AI is doing that, that means that business can spend more money on that software, which means the market for that software will grow. Niche software solutions that were previously too small are now viable, hence why winning in software could mean going vertical. Next up, how AI can write songs. Over 25 million users have created songs with Suno, one of the leading AI song platforms. Suno AI platform makes music creation accessible to everyone. It's literally just using a natural language prompt and you will get a song within seconds. And this really democratizes access to song creation, where previously you had to play an instrument, or at least in the digital world, have to have some sort of understanding on music software, how to use certain instruments. Now you're just saying, hey, give me a song with a certain vibe, with certain lyrics, and you get a good enough result. Where I see challenges is really on music quality. Like I created songs, they're not world class, so what do I actually do with those songs? Maybe I can listen to it as a background music for some photo show, but it's unlikely that those will be chart breakers at Spotify. AI actually creates songs by creating a discrete representation of small bits of audio. So the model doesn't know about instruments or vocals or anything, it just knows sound. And essentially by cutting a song into millions of pieces, it's trying to predict the next sound wave, how it might sound like, how it might sound similar. So in essence, this 1 second was sounding like X, so the model thinks the next second should sound like Y, given that that was the pattern that it recognized from the thousands of songs or millions of songs it was trained on. Last up, Siri's Super Bowl fail. If you ask Siri to correctly identify winners within the Super Bowl, the results are to be ashamed. Since Siri uses a large language model which doesn't have a database or certain facts but just predicts the next word based on pattern recognition, it often makes factual mistakes called hallucinations, where Siri trips up is Super Bowls are marked not by numbers, but by their Roman letters as numbers, so X is 10, for example. Siri made some improvements. They're still very much focused on privacy, just running AI on your phone itself, so it doesn't have to send to the cloud. And it tries to establish some sort of workflow. So for instance, you can add maybe something to your calendar through a Siri command. So for me, what stands out is that on the news that DeepSeek is crushing all AI models, Apple stock actually rose because for them, since they don't have a capable AI model, a cheaper, better model from someone else is good news, which I found so weird since you're trying to sell the most expensive phone and people would expect the best quality. That's it for today. Like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one.